Hi, good morning, it's Craig at the beautiful Albia. Look at this. In Spain. And as I was doing my morning walk along the seafront, I was reflecting on the fact that what I often hear people say, not just in coaching conversations, but often in any conversation, is that they were triggered by something or someone, some circumstance, some event, and it just got me wondering about what's going on with this triggering. What is this triggering? Because it really sounds like something else is making us feel something. And I know it really seems like that too. So for example, the other day I was going to have a shower, put the shower on, got into the shower, and it was absolutely scalding. The heat control on the shower had been set too far to the hot, and I instantly knew it was too hot and stepped out of the shower so that I could adjust the control. It was so hot I couldn't stay in it while I adjusted it. I had to step out and do it. Now I could think that the scalding hot water from the shower triggered me to have this reaction to, get out. But when you think about it, the shower is just being a shower, right? It's just water coming out of the top that's been heated to a certain temperature, and that's it. But fortunately, inside me is the capability to create a reaction to that. And in this case, it's kind of doing me a good service. It's looking to keep me safe from burning. So it makes sense to pay attention to that and use that alert, wow, this is high temperature, to step out of the shower and make some adjustments, head in a different direction from just staying in the shower. But when you think about other things that might trigger us, what could they be? Like an email we read from someone at work, or something somebody says to us just in an ordinary conversation, or an article we read, or a program we watched, and we can feel triggered. But exactly the same is occurring in that the thing is not sending us the physical sensation. An email is a set of words electronically on a screen, which are just electronic words on a screen. And so the only possibility is that we are creating a response to those words. And you might be thinking, well, yeah, of course, so what? Well, I think it's very significant, because if we think the thing is making us feel this way, then wow, that's an insecure place to be, and it's going to trigger all sorts of fearful thinking. Okay? Whereas if we recognize that the reaction we're having, we can treat like the alert we get in walking into a shower that's scalding hot. This is a kind of a mental alert that, look, if you carry on in this direction with whatever thought is occurring in this moment, it's probably not the place you want to go, because it's only going to get more uncomfortable. So we can notice and take notice of that alert and just let our thinking settle, and the physical system begins to settle as well. And from that more settled place, more clarity of mind occurs, and we can take decisions or next steps, or take no steps, based on coming from that place of calm. It makes a massive difference. And certainly the physical experience is very different, because if we don't follow that feeling, that alert feeling, and begin to get wound up by it, allow ourselves to get wound up by it, resisting the feeling, which can make it worse, then the mind just kind of settles, right? Settles back to clarity, which is a place to make some wiser decisions, where we could connect it to more wisdom than a reactive response to things. So, yeah, I think this whole subject of triggering and what triggered me is pretty important, because it's very common, and to me it seems that whether this is a physical trigger, keeping our body safe, or it's a mental trigger alerting us to current direction our thinking may be going, if we start resisting or start getting stuck into that, putting our finger in the machine of our thinking, let's say, it's an alert to say you don't have to go there. Just let that pass. It will pass. The energy will move on. It was just a little alert, just trying to say, hey, might be something here you need to take notice of. Might be something here you want to check. Are you safe? And of course you're safe. Just read an email. You're safe in that moment, as safe as you were before you read it. So let it settle. Come back to clarity, and know that you have the power. The power is within you. And these alerts are pretty handy. Like, we don't want to resist the alert. It's just like, oh, look, I've been an alert to there's some physical danger, or there's alert here that there's some mental danger. I'm heading in this direction of thinking, and we don't have to follow it. So have a play. Life's full every day with these things, whether that's somebody cutting us up in traffic, which has happened to me, or giving us a sign because they thought that you should have let them in at the junction, or taken their space in the car park, or we misinterpret what somebody's saying, or somebody ignored us and we wondered why. I mean, really, these are all things which can seem like they're triggering us, but it's not. It's a flash of thought taking shape in that moment, and we just don't need to follow it in that direction once we've got that alert. Have a play. If you have some experiences of this, I mean, the thing is, don't trust this as some kind of theory or intellectually. Have a play. It's something to experiment with when you find yourself perhaps having a uncomfortable feeling of some sort. Take a look at it. Think about where it is being created, not what is creating it outside of you. Okay? Hope that's helpful in some way. Have a great day. Bye. Look at this. Bye.